Today, from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns.
Well, it is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, so happy to be with you to kick off this much-anticipated 2021 season. With me in the booth as we begin our sixth season together is, of course, Charles Davis. And CD, so much to watch for coming up. What are you keeping an eye on?
Well, Brandon, I'm ecstatic to be back with you, of course, and we've got a good one right here out of the gates. I'm interested in seeing some of the changes in 2021. Running backs and wideouts, even linebackers were in single-digit numbers. But even more than that, I want to see the changes defenses have made, because last year we averaged 49.6 points per game. That's the highest ever by 3 full points. Can these defenses make an adjustment and start to catch up?
Yeah, passer rating, CD, an all-time high. Completion percentage, also an all-time high. So as you said, will those numbers continue to climb northward, or will the defenses adjust? And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. These two continue to work so well together. Mahomes and Travis Kelce, maybe the best quarterback and tight end in the game today. 105 catches for Kelce last year, second among NFL tight ends.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Mahomes firing complete, and this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And Charles, let's get a look at the draft class for this offense. Remember, no first-round picks this year. They traded it away. How much of a detriment is that?
Well, what they're hoping is the reason they traded away that first-round pick, that player won't be a detriment. He'll be an improvement for their team. And now as you get into the later rounds, in the middle rounds of this draft, that's when your scouting comes to the front. You have to hit on those selections. And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. They got to get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Again, it's Mahomes. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. On 1st down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 22, Mayfield. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Mayfield now. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice throw there by Mayfield, a guy who really reemerged as the season and later the playoffs went on last year. What are defenses trying to do against him?
Well, the first thing defenses want to do is use his emotion against him because he's such a passionate player that sometimes he comes up really hyped up and the ball might sail a little bit early. But as the game settles in, the next part is make sure you chip away at his timing, put the pressure on him so maybe his feet don't get quite set, and then he's not able to be as accurate as he normally is.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They find some open field here. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. 47 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! Odell Beckham, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Browns are on the board here first in the season opener. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
And Kansas City drafted Mecole Hardman, hoping he could be something of a Tyreek Hill clone. They're still trying to find his exact niche. He did have 41 catches last year.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Donovan Peoples-Jones, 32 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Here's Mecole Hardman. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a do-it-all back, and he did plenty on that run. And as a rookie, 803 yards rushing for the season, and Kansas City may look to up his workload a little bit in year 2. The last pick of the 1st round in 2020, he more than justified that selection with his ability to run the football and catch it out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
A carry for the fullback. This is Mike Burton. And not much running room. Down to the 32. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it, and on that play he did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because...
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate, just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Gets this into the hands of Gray, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Mahomes now on 1st down. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. shotgun snap to Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Andrew Billings coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. They were trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing.
Yeah, too slow in developing and well read, because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback. When he's got no blocking in front of him, his guys are just going to let defenders go, and they're coming for him. So if it's not there, you just got to throw the ball on the turf at your running back's feet.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
The Browns drive about to get started. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. He completes it to Beckham. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on it's the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. We begin up in East Rutherford, the season opener pitting Denver against Big Blue, and that one a 20-13 game at halftime. Daniel Jones, a touchdown pass in that first half. From there, we head to the Big Easy to check on the Saints at home in the Superdome. And they trail that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Devontae Adams, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Lastly, let's check in on our nation's capital to see what's happening with the Washington football team at home at FedEx Field. And they were losers in that one to the visiting LA Chargers. Austin Eckler, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. In the game you're watching, it's been Baker Mayfield with a strong first half. His guys have a 2-touchdown lead as we hand it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
from the 35 on second down. Mayfield. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlinesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he is going to have a Browns first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Mayfield now from the 50. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Space to run past the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce from 3 yards out, and the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd and 7. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. That's on the Pro Bowl guard, Joel Bitonio. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They run it again with Chubb. 61 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. KC's offense ready to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Mahomes. A quick slant to Hill. And some room to work. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Some good games around the league here early in Week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Edwards-Helaire on the counter. And he's taken down inside the 30.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Hill. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain. I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. They begin this drive with Chubb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Hardman on the return. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Mahomes takes it himself, and he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Mahomes will throw. Connecting with Hill. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
And partner, a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Mahomes now on the sneak. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. And he'll go down at the 28. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to get to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. So a chance to give his guys a second-half lead there, but it goes by the wayside.
And, Brandon, that's the worst sound in the world for an NFL kicker. Gong!
That was good. Do that again.
Gong!
And he'll be taken down as that'll net him only about a gain of 9. Mayfield to throw. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. Penalty markers down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. And this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. Right back to Edwards-Helaire on 1st down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
Well, that certainly changes things here because they're in field goal range already, but a field goal, that's not what they're looking for now, not after that big play right here in overtime.
Mahomes now on first down. And that is nearly intercepted. Oh, that would have changed things here in overtime, but instead, it's just second down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
Decide this one. The rushing score and OT finishes it off, but all throughout, really just a great game to witness.
I agree, and the whole time we were watching and working on this game, I had it in the back of my head. We could get to overtime. Just the way this game went, the ebb and flow of it all, and then to get there and finish it what I would call an old school way, a running play, because in today's NFL, we throw the ball to ring the bell, don't we?
Not there. They ran it in. And again, just a great game that we bore witness to. So for Kansas City, they begin their drive for a third straight AFC title with a Week 1 victory. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.